Hello students, today let us learn some more interesting features of Photoshop CC. Adobe Photoshop is basically used for retouching and editing the photographs to make them look attractive and appealing. Adobe Photoshop provides us various painting tools to retouch and edit an image, which are as follows. Okay, let's know more. Adobe Photoshop is available in 29 languages. First, let's start with painting tools. Brush tool, history brush tool, gradient tool. Okay, know the fact. Adobe Photoshop has spelling checker. Go to edit, then check spelling to check the spelling mistakes. Okay, first let us start with brush tool. The brush tool is a basic tool used to create smooth strokes of the foreground color in your image. You can set various options in the options bar, which include Brush Preset Picker. This option provides you with a large number of pre-designed brush presets that you can use. You can also change the diameter of the brush by moving the size slider. Okay, know the fact. A brush can be up to 5000 pixels wide. Mode. It allows you to select and set the painting mode from the drop-down list. Opacity. This option allows you to set the level of transparency of the brush strokes. Flow. Flow determines how quickly the brush tool applies the paint. Follow these steps to use the brush tool. Open any image. Right-click on the Quick Selection tool and choose the Magic Wand tool with tolerance settings of 32 and select the area where you want to apply the brush tool, as we have selected the grass area in the image. Select the brush tool from the Tools panel or press B on the keyboard. Select the desired brush style from the Brush Preset Picker, say Grass, in the Legacy Brushes options. Click on the Set Foreground Color box in the Tools panel. The Color Picker Foreground Color dialog box will appear. Select the desired color. Here we have chosen dark green color. Similarly, select light green background color from the Set Background Color box. Click on OK. Drag the pointer on the image while holding down the left mouse button so as to apply brush strokes. Notice the grass strokes being made on the selected portion of the image. Press Ctrl+D to deselect the selection. Let me give you a tip. Foreground color is used to paint, fill, and for stroke selection. Background color is used to make gradient fills and fill color in the erased areas of the image. By default, foreground color is black and background color is white. Students, let's know the fact. Press Caps Lock key if you want to see the brush size. And to increase and decrease the brush size, press right bracket and left bracket key, respectively, from the keyboard. Pencil tool. The pencil tool is used to draw freehand drawings with hard edges. Right-click on the brush tool and select the pencil tool from the Tools panel. Select the required options from the tool from the options bar. Click on the Set Foreground Color box in the Tools panel. The Color Picker Foreground Color dialog box will appear. Select the desired color. Click on OK. Drag the pointer to draw a desired shape as shown in figure. Color Replacement Tool. This tool replaces the existing color of an image with a foreground color. Right-click on the brush tool and select the Color Replacement tool from Fly Out menu that appears. The pointer shape changes to the target symbol. Choose an appropriate color, say blue, from the Set Foreground Color box in the Tools panel. Now drag the mouse pointer over the area of the image whose color is to be replaced, such as the big red mushroom in the given figure. As you drag the cursor, Photoshop continuously samples the color that is under the crosshair in the center of the mouse pointer, and this color will be replaced with the current foreground color. You can also select the replacement color from the image itself. To do so, hold down the Alt key and the left mouse button to select any appropriate color from the image. You will notice the color change in the foreground color box in the Tools panel. You can also specify various settings to control the behavior of the color replacement tool in the Options bar. Set the appropriate options for tolerance and limits in the Options bar. Okay, note, tolerance determines how closely the colors should be matched for sampling. The default value is 30%. Specifying a higher value selects the wide range of colors, whereas specifying a lower value selects colors that are similar to the pixel. Limits allow you to specify whether only the color of adjacent pixels containing the sample color should be replaced or the color of the non-adjacent area should be replaced as well. Okay, know the fact. Selections can be saved for future use. To save the selections, click on the Select menu, then Save Selections. In Save Selections dialog box, specify any name to your selection. Mixer Brush Tool. This tool allows you to paint in a more realistic way by mixing colors on the canvas, combining colors on a brush, and varying paint wetness across a stroke. Right-click on the Brush tool and select the Mixture Brush tool from the Tools panel. Press the Alt key from the keyboard and click on a point in the image from where you want to load the paint for the brush. Here we have loaded the brush with the blue color of the background. Alternatively, you can select a foreground color from the Set Foreground Color box in the Tools panel. You will observe the current brush load swatch in the Options bar reflects the color or the pattern that you have chosen from the canvas. Drag the mouse pointer on the image to paint with a mixture of current brush load and the existing color of the image as shown in the figure. Okay, note that the outcome of the Mixture Brush Tools application depends on the values of wet, load, mix and flow options in the Options bar. Okay, let's know more. The History Brush tool paints a copy of the state or snapshot selected in the History panel into the current image window, whereas the Art History Brush tool paints with stylized strokes using the selected state or snapshot. Okay, now let us understand retouching tools. These tools help us to change the appearance of the selected areas of the image. Spot Healing Brush tool. This tool helps us to repair imperfections like blemishes, dark spots, scratches, or other unwanted elements from an image. Open an image file. Select the Spot Healing Brush tool. Choose the brush size from the Options bar. Click and drag over the spots to get it repaired. Okay, note, Healing Brush tool also works in a similar manner. The only difference between Spot Healing Brush tool and Healing Brush tool is that in the latter, you have to define a source point and then paint over an imperfection. Press Alt key and click on the image to define a source point. Patch tool. Using Patch tool, you can select the unwanted elements from an image and replace them with the matching content from the surroundings. This tool is quite similar to the Healing Brush, except that with the Patch tool, you can define that selection where you want to apply the effects. To use this tool, right-click on the Spot Healing Brush tool and select the Patch tool from the Tools panel. In the Options bar, click on the drop-down list adjacent to the Patch option and choose the Content Aware Patch Mode from the displayed list. Drag a line with the patch tool around the part of the image to be replaced. Now drag the selection over the area from which you want to generate a fill form. Okay, let's know something more. The eraser tool is used to erase pixels and change them to either the background color or to transparent. Content-aware Move tool. This tool is used to select and move or extend any part of a picture to another area of your image without the use of layers and masks. As we move, the area left behind is filled using matching elements from the existing background. Right-click on the Spot Healing Brush tool and select the Content-aware Move tool from the Tools panel. Drag the mouse pointer to select the area that is to be moved. Now click and drag the selected area to a different location. Here we have selected the cup. You will observe that the hole which is left behind gets filled with the matching elements from the surroundings. Okay, let's know more. The red eye tool removes the red reflection caused by a flash while clicking a photograph. Clone Stamp tool. This tool allows you to duplicate the parts of an image by taking the sampled pixels from an image and cloning them onto another area. Cloning works better than copying as it retains soft edges on details and gives more realistic duplicate image. Open an image and select the Clone Stamp tool. Set the brush type, change its size or hardness, select the blend mode of your choice, set the opacity for stroke and other options for the tool in the options bar. To define a sampling source, hold down the Alt key. The cursor shape changes to the target symbol. Click on the area of the flower image to be cloned. Click and drag along the area where the cloned image is to be created. While you drag, a plus sign appears on the original flower image while a corresponding circle appears on the cloned image. Save the image and close it. Let me give you a tip. The Pattern Stamp tool allows you to fill an area with a selected pattern. It works quite similar to Clone Stamp tool, but the only difference is that after defining the appropriate options in the options bar and selecting the pattern from the pattern picker, you do not have to select the source point in the image. Place the pointer inside the area to be painted with pattern and drag the mouse. Blur tool. The blur tool is a great way to change the focus of the selected portion of the image. This tool softens the selected area of an image by giving it a blurred effect. Open any image in Photoshop. Click on the Blur tool and select the desired brush size and style from the brush preset picker. Specify the effects mode and set the strength for stroke from the options bar. Drag the mouse pointer over the area that you want to blur. Sharpen tool. The Sharpen tool is contrast of the Blur tool. This tool lets you improve the clarity of our image by sharpening the outlines of an image more prominently. Smudge tool. The Smudge tool, as the name implies, allows you to smudge the image around as if you have dragged your finger through the wet paint. This tool picks up the color from where the stroke begins and spreads it in the direction you drag your mouse. Okay, note, you have to use these tools exactly in the same manner as the Blur tool. Okay, know the fact. The Dodge tool is used to lighten the areas of an image, whereas the Burn tool is used to darken the area of an image. Okay, let us discuss on drawing and type tools. Type tool. The type tool is used to add text in an image. This tool provides plenty of settings to control the text properties. Click on the Type tool. Select the option like font, size, color, bold, underline or italics from the options bar. Click on the image where you want to add text. Type the desired text. Click the check mark button on the options bar to end text editing. Warping text. Warping is used to position the letters or text in different shapes. To use the warp option, follow these steps. Select the Type tool from the Tools panel and enter the text. Select the text and click on the Create Warped Text option from the Options bar. The Warp Text dialog box will appear as shown in the figure. Click on the drop-down arrow of the Style option and select the Fish style. Select the orientation of Warp Style horizontal or vertical. If needed, specify values for additional options given in the Warp Text dialog box. Click on the OK button to apply the warp style. With the help of the Move tool, place the text where you want to position. Save your file for future use. Shape or Line tools. Adobe Photoshop provides various types of shape tools for drawing both filled as well as unfilled shapes, including rectangles, ellipses, polygons, and custom shapes. Open a new file. Right-click on the Rectangle tool and select the Custom Shape tool. Click on the drop-down arrow of the Shape menu in the Options bar. Select the required shape, for example, flower. To access more shapes, you can click on the gear icon on the right side of the Shape panel. Select the desired color from the Fill option in the Options bar to fill color in the shapes. Drag the mouse to draw the selected shape and after adjusting the size, release the mouse button. Let me give you a tip. Procedure for making different shapes is the same as making the custom shape. Okay students, let us talk about navigation tools. There are two types of navigation tools, Zoom tool and Hand tool. Zoom tool is shaped like an old-fashioned magnifying glass and Hand tool is shaped like a hand. Zoom tool. This tool lets you zoom in by clicking the Zoom tool on the image to view its magnified size or zoom out by pressing the Alt key on a keyboard while clicking the image. Observe the symbol within the magnifying glass. The cursor will change from a plus sign to a minus sign. Hand tool. When you zoom in, the image is usually too large to see it all at once. Hold down the left mouse button and move the hand tool to move the image within the window. Let me give you a tip. Use Ctrl+ to zoom in and Ctrl- to zoom out. While an image is zoomed in, you can move the image by dragging the mouse while holding down the spacebar key. The current icon will change to Hand tool till the spacebar key remains pressed. Okay, let us find out how to use Image menu. Image adjustment options. Image adjustment options are just like setting the color settings of your television. Photoshop allows you to set the color levels, contrast, brightness, and many more settings of the image. Figure shows the different settings options. Okay, let's know more. The Rotate View tool is used to rotate the canvas non-destructively. Adjusting hue or saturation. This powerful tool is used to adjust the hue, colors in the image, and the saturation, the intensity of the colors, and also gives you control over the lightness. Follow the given steps to apply this tool on an image. Open an image in Photoshop CC. Select the image or part of an image by using the rectangular Mark You tool. Click on the image, then Adjustments, then Hue or Saturation, or press Ctrl+U. The Hue or Saturation dialog box will appear. Adjust the hue settings to -28, saturation to plus 55 and lightness to plus 16. You will notice the change in the color of the selected image. Okay, know the fact. The sponge tool is used to desaturate or saturate a part of an image. To desaturate means to reduce the intensity or richness of a color, whereas to saturate means to add more vibrant colors or to brighten a picture. The note tool is used to make notes that can be attached to an image. The ruler tool measures distances, locations, and angles. Alright, let us now understand layers. Layers are the transparent sheets that can hold objects and are stacked on top of each other. When we have a number of objects, it is always better to distribute the objects in different layers as it makes the work process much easier. We can draw and edit objects on one layer without affecting the objects on another layer. We can add a number of layers, hide and lock layers, change the position of layers, delete layers, and even customize the layers as well. The Layers panel displays a small thumbnail view of all the layers in an image. Okay, students, let's know more. Besides Photoshop, Adobe Company has also developed and published Adobe Photoshop Elements, Adobe Premiere Elements, and Photoshop Lightroom. Collectively, these are branded as the Adobe Photoshop family. Adding a new layer. A new layer is created when you paste any object in your image. To add a new layer, follow the given steps. Select the layer, then New, then Layer option. The New Layer dialog box appears. Define name in the name text box and click OK. Let me give you a tip. You can also add a new layer by clicking on the Create New Layer button at the bottom of the Layers panel. Okay, let us take a quick view. You can create a new layer by using the Shift plus Ctrl plus N key combination. Renaming a layer. To rename a layer, double-click on the layer name in the Layers panel and type a new name. Deleting a layer. Select the layer you want to delete. Right-click on it and select the Delete Layer option from the shortcut menu. Layer effects and styles. Photoshop provides a variety of effects such as shadows, glow, bevel, emboss, and overlay. These effects change the appearance of layers' contents. Layer effects are linked to the layer contents. When you move or edit the contents of the layer, the same effects apply to the modified contents. For example, if you apply a drop shadow to a text layer and then add text, the shadow is added automatically to the new text. To apply the layer effects, follow the given points. Select a layer in the Layers panel. Click on the Layer Styles button at the bottom of the Layers panel. Choose an effect from the displayed list. The Layer Style dialog box appears. Select the desired effect by clicking the corresponding checkboxes on the left side of the dialog box. Likewise, select the appropriate options for the selected effect on the right side of the dialog box. Click OK to apply the effect. Observe that the applied effects will reflect below the layer name in the Layers panel. Okay, students, let's know more that Photoshop provides multiple pen tools that let you draw smooth-edged parts. The standard pen tool draws with great precision, whereas the freeform pen tool helps you make freehand drawings. Okay, students, let us take a recap of this chapter. The brush tool is a basic tool used to create smooth strokes of the foreground color in an image. Pencil tool is used to draw freehand drawing with hard edges. Mix-up brush tool allows you to paint in a more realistic way by mixing colors on the canvas, combining colors on a brush, and varying paint wetness across a stroke. Spot healing brush tool is used to repair imperfections like blemishes, dark spots, scratches, or other unwanted elements from an image. Patch tool is used to select the unwanted elements from an image and replace them with the matching content from the surroundings. Content-aware move tool is used to select and move or extend any part of a picture to another area of your image and fill the area left behind using matching elements from the existing background. Clone stamp tool allows the users to duplicate the parts of an image by taking the sampled pixels from an image and cloning them onto another area. The blur tool is a great way to change the focus of the selected portion of the image by giving it a blurred effect. Warping is used to position the letters or text in different shapes. Layers are transparent sheets that can hold objects and are stacked on top of each other.